Good morning. I was actually just on the group Tai Chi Connections, and I was checking on some of the things we were talking about. And I made a recent post in regards to students actually, how do people feel about their students actually going to see other teachers. And so I was inspired to make a short video. I'm waiting on one of my students to arrive. How do I feel personally? I actually responded to Carla's post, and I told her, let the students go. Ultimately that's how I feel. Let them go. Students do not belong to me. Let them go. If they decide to return, they return. Don't feel like you wasted your time. You shared your time wholeheartedly, gave from your heart. I've seen it happen. I'm just speaking from experience. Within my Tai Chi family, under Sifu Ron, he would have students there, or there were students there that were longer than I was. And when I showed up, some of them were like 100 committed to Sifu. Some of them, a couple of them actually, were still seeking instruction out from outside sources, various sources of like external type Kung Fu. And these same individuals, they would speak so highly of how skilled Sifu was, but they would still also go out and seek instruction from other places. But anyway, Sifu never discouraged them. He would just see them when they come back, and he would kind of laugh sometimes because they would have like these, I call them battle marks or scars or whatever on their body, and he'd be like, "Oh, you still going over there doing that other stuff, But he never said anything other than that. But this is what I saw. Those students that were going out, various sources, they never progressed in our system. I won't say they never progressed. I'll say they progressed at an extremely slow rate. Extremely slow rate. I say that, not to be boastful or arrogant or anything like that, but I personally came in there junior to these people. They were just tossing me around, no problem. Within a very short time of just being dedicated to Sifu's way and just completely giving up on everything else. Not that I wouldn't still play and touch with people and stuff like that, but I knew what my practice was. The touching was something else. But what happened was I went past these people. I started passing them, and they noticed it themselves. They noticed it themselves. That my skill level went right past them, and not only past them, far past them. And these were people who, had years of experience in the art, so they had some type of foundation already, so they weren't new, so they weren't like new babies running around. These people had, something already, but they weren't willing to let go and really do what Sifu was telling them to do. And you could just see it when we played, when we rolled or whatever. And when we played, you could see it, they weren't willing to let go. And like I said, I've seen this with multiple people. What you choose to do with your time is your time. But like I said, I don't discourage students from doing anything. But I will tell you this, it can become frustrating to the teacher when the students go out and, they see other instructors or whatever, and then they start coming up with, I'll say comparisons or they're coming up, not that you don't want them questioning things, but it's like they're not trusting the method anymore, or they're like, I hope you get what I'm saying, But I personally, I don't let it frustrate me. I don't let it bother me. I just answer the questions to the best of my ability, according to what I know. And I'll tell them, we do it this way in our form. All right, when you're here, do it this way. If you want to do it differently when you're not here, do it differently. But, you know, decide on what you're going to do. If you're here to learn what I'm teaching you, don't bring me back other people's stuff. Don't bring me back other people's stuff. Because I'm not interested in learning other people's stuff. Once again, don't get me twisted thinking that I'm not still here to learn. What I'm saying is I know what I'm learning, and I let that be on the forefront of everything else. I experiment with other things. There's nothing better than touch. You learn from touch. And that'll make you know whether or not you're incorporating things into your practice that are appropriate or not. You know, so when I get out and I touch with people and they're like just tossing me around or whatever, or they keep overcoming me and doing something, you know, and that's blowing my mind, and I'm wondering how they're doing it. That's what I want to know. Hey, brother, how you keep doing that? How do you keep doing that? That's how I believe in learning, you know. We learn like that. Don't get lost and don't get caught up in all of the intellectualized ways of... don't get in your head, because this is a field practice, you know, and you get out there and you start comparing all these different theories and things of that sort, and theories are good, but the art's not based on theories. You know, that's just part of it. Small part of it. It's a field practice. All right. So once again, this will be my this would be the theme of my video here. Let them go, and if they return, it was meant to be. My door will still be open when you return. If you've been abusive to me, of course, if our relationship's been abusive, and I let you go, there's no returning. You know, that could be any relationship that we're involved in, you know. It's all about relationships, engagements, you know. So if you have a good relationship and this person wants to leave and they go out and find something else somewhere and they come back, hey, I embrace you. Let's keep it moving, you know. But all in the same breath, don't go out there and get lost. Don't get lost running around from here to there, picking up bits and pieces, and you end up with nothing. All right? So that's my words on that. Peace.